Welcome back, everybody, to my Call of Duty series. So I had a problem. I wasn't sure how to split all of this up. It would definitely be interesting. So we're gonna do Modern Warfare first, and then we'll do the Black Ops series, which is a lot more games than I thought it was. So we'll do that second. But first, let's continue with the first Modern Warfare trilogy. COD 4 was developed by a team of 100 people and it took over 2 years. Infinity Ward wanted to step out of the World War II landscape, and this resulted in 3 games: COD 4, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare 3. While Treyarch developed COD 4, they chose to avoid referencing current and real life wars. The development team went to a live fire exercise at the Marine Corps Air Ground Combat 29 Palms in California. The game engine Infinity Ward used was the IW engine. This makes the game run at 60 FPS on consoles and 30 FPS on the Wii. This same game engine has been used for 2 other Activision games. An enhanced version has been used for COD World at War, which we will get to, and a slightly altered version was used for Quantum of Solace. Let's discuss the game. In 2011, Russia broke out in a civil war between its government and its ultra-nationalists. While this is happening, a separatist group led by Khalid al-Assad, who seizes power in what could be modern-day Afghanistan. You play as John Soap McTavish, a British Special Air Service sergeant, for most of COD 4. You then play as Sergeant Paul Jackson of the U.S. Marine Corps, 1st Force Recon Company. You get deployed in the Middle East to stop the dictator. You then play as Captain John Price in 2 flashback missions from 1996. You then take control of an American thermal imaging TV operator aboard a Lockheed AC-130. You finish the game controlling Yasser al-Futtani, the president of Afghanistan, but you don't get as much control as you can only look around. The story of the game is as follows. You begin to play as Soap, a recurrent character in the Modern Warfare series. You are recruited into Captain Price's team. You conduct 2 missions. You have to first infiltrate a cargo ship in the Bering Strait and secure a nuclear device with Arabic writing. You then have to rescue an informant with a Russian ultra-nationalist party named Nikolai. You extract him, but your helicopter is taken down. Now you have to fight your way out until you get to a new extraction point. You learn that al-Assad may be in possession of a Russian nuclear device. SEAL Team 6 is sent in to take out al-Assad, but the device is detonated. He is presumed dead, however your captain does not believe this. Captain Price, his team, and some Russian loyalists execute a raid on a safe house in Azerbaijan and capture him for real. Price then takes a call from al-Assad's phone and recognizes the name: Imran Zakov. Price then reveals his history with Zakov. He and his superior were ordered to assassinate Zakov. We will discuss this more after the game summary. After al-Assad died, Price's team held off ultranationalists who wanted to avenge him. The SAS, Force Recon, and the Loyalists attempt to catch Viktor Zakov, Imran's son. Viktor, however, commits suicide rather than surrendering to you. Imran is so mad he takes control of a nuclear launch facility. I know this is taking a while. An operation is launched to back the site. While this is happening, Zakov launches missiles towards the eastern seaboard, so now you have to breach the facility and remotely detonate the missiles over the Atlantic. You escape in a military truck, and an Mi-24 Hind helicopter destroys a bridge and traps your group. You have to fight your way out. A tanker explodes. Zakov then arrives and kills some wounded soldiers. A Mi-28 Havoc destroys the Mi-24. This distracts Imran and Soap kills him. So the name of this mission, I'm sure you understand, but I'm going to explain it just in case there's someone that doesn't know. The name is a reference to the ghillie suits worn by the characters, and it was made in secret first by Muhammad al-Vai. The reason was at first it was difficult to explain its intricacies to the AI programmer. It took 3 months and 10,000 lines of code to make the first minute of gameplay for this level. This is one of the flashbacks we discussed earlier. You play as Lieutenant Price. In 1996, you and your captain named McMullen are sent to execute Imran Zakov in an abandoned city called Pripyat, Ukraine. You have to sneak across the wasteland, past all of the Russian ultranationalists. You then set up at the Polisi Hotel, but the next mission, one shot, one kill, you fail. All Gillied Up was a highlight of COD 4. This level is now considered one of the best levels in gaming. COD 4 was released on November 5th, 2007. The game had a standard version and a collector's edition. Activision had a deal with Microsoft, and COD had a DLC released first on Xbox 360. Infinity Ward released a variety pack for Xbox on April 4th, 2008, which includes the maps Killhouse, Creek, Chinatown, and Broadcast. The same pack was released for the PlayStation on April 24th, 2008. COD 4 received universal acclaim on the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC, but only generally favorable reviews for the Wii. Modern Warfare Reflex Edition was ported by Treyarch. The Wii version has fewer features and does not support split-screen multiplayer. It does support co-op gameplay, though. COD 4, before it was released, was predicted to sell more copies than Halo 3, as COD was launching on 3 systems opposed to Halo's 1. This happened, and the Xbox 360 version was the best-selling video game in the U.S. from November 7th, 2007 to January 2008. The Xbox version sold 1.57 million copies, and the PS3 version sold 444,000 units. By November 2013, the game has sold 15.7 million units. Since this is like the first trilogy I really remember, since I was pretty young when the original COD came out, let's discuss some of my thoughts on it. So this is back in elementary school, I think. My friend Brandon came into school with his Nintendo DS. I never played COD or even really heard of it. So he brought it in, I asked him what he was playing, he told me, and I watched him play it for a bit. I had a PS2, so I didn't get to play this one for a while. But then I got an Xbox 360. I will tell you guys about my first COD game when we get there. This game, I didn't write this down in the script, but Brandon actually did let me play it a little bit. Again, it was on the DS. It was kind of weird at the time, but I did get to play it a little bit. It was all right. I mean, it wasn't the best game I had played because, Star Wars Battlefront was out and all that kind of stuff, so... But yeah, so my first COD game that I bought, or my grandparents bought or whatever, the one that I owned first was not this one, unfortunately. It was a different one, but we'll get there when we get there. All right. Anyway, let's move on to Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 2 was originally announced as Call of Duty 6. It was first announced under the title on December 3rd, 2008, but then Activision retracted the announcement, saying that any info about the new COD game is purely speculative, and Infinity Ward then asserted that it had not officially confirmed its latest project. On February 11, 2009, Activision officially announced Modern Warfare 2 and set a release date for holiday 2009. Modern Warfare 2 uses the in-house IW 4.0 game engine, which is the more powerful than the previous. The game was going to be based on real-life events until the 2008 South Ossetia War and the Mumbai terrorist attacks. Let's discuss the story. Modern Warfare 2 picks up where 1 left off. Even though you prevented a nuclear war, the Russian ultranationalists seized control of Russia, and Zakov became a martyr. In 2016, Private First Class Joseph Allen, who impressed General Shepard, is implanted into Vladimir Makarov's team, who then commit a terrorist attack by shooting up an airport. Makarov shoots Allen and leaves him to make it look like a false flag by the Americans. Roach is sent with soap to secure an ACS module from a downed American satellite, which has been retrieved by the Russians and stored in an airbase in Kazakhstan. After learning about the airport attack, Task Force 141 are set in Rio and captured Alejandro Rojas, Makarov's arms dealer. In retaliation for the false flag, Russia invades the U.S. eastern seaboard. The task force breaks into a Russian prison and retrieves Makarov's nemesis, Captain John Price. Price is saved and rejoins the task force. The task force then needs to board a Russian nuclear submarine and blow up a ballistic missile above D.C. in the upper atmosphere. Task Force 141 is split up. Roach and Ghost are sent to a safe house on the Georgian border, but are betrayed by General Shepard to tie up loose ends. Meanwhile, Price and Soap are ambushed by Shepard's and Makarov's forces battling at an aircraft boneyard, and they escape. Makarov gives the task force Shepard's location. So Soap and Price launch a suicide mission. Soap tries to kill Shepard, but he gets stabbed, and Price saves him. Nikolai arrives and helps evacuate Price and Soap, and then Modern Warfare 3 begins. The No Russian level is where you play as Yuri and as a part of Makarov's crew. You walk into an airport and shoot up the civilians. Yes, it is graphic, and yes, it should have been able to be skipped from the beginning. However, I do not think it should have been taken out. Now, I am surprised Jack Thompson didn't say anything about this, as I'm sure most of you know. Jack Thompson is a former lawyer that tried to ban GTA in the 2000s, and some of the 2010s, too. A lot of people thought it was in bad taste since it was a terror attack that happened the same year, but games take a long time to make. I'm not surprised they didn't take it out. I do think it should have been skipped, though, like from the very beginning, not later on, but like, yeah, I know, it takes a long time. I get it, but still. I'm going to put these next two together just for convenience sake. Modern Warfare 2 was released for Windows, PS3, and Xbox 360 on November 10th, 2009, and OS X on May 20th, 2014. My favorite mission being No Russian. I don't know what that says about me, but Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 received universal acclaim for the PS3 and Xbox 360. It also got some pretty good praise for the PC. Almost every outlet rated it a near perfect game. Like Game Informer rated it a 9.75 out of 10, whereas the Daily Telegraph rated a perfect 10 out of 10. And there's really not a lot between that. I mean, it's like a 9 and 10 for most places. There is some extra stuff for some of these games. I will talk about all of that in a different episode. Yeah, so a lot of this I did not write down, but I will give you my thoughts and my experiences with Modern Warfare 2. So I remember when I first got this game. I love Modern Warfare 2. It's one of my favorite games ever. It has a great story. I love it. So No Russian, like I said, is my favorite mission of this game. I don't know what that says about me, but I don't know. If there's someone in the comments that could tell me, I would love to know. Anyway, not the point. So, I played this game on like repeat for months, probably even years, honestly. But this one time, I had my Xbox 360, and I was playing, and I accidentally knocked it over on its side. Like it fell from a standing position to a laying down position. Yeah. And I remember picking it up, seeing the red ring of death, and in my head I'm like, I really hope this is not real. So I unplugged it. I waited a couple minutes, probably like 5 minutes, and I plugged it back in, and then I hit the button and it came back up to green. I started playing the Modern Warfare 2 disc that was in my Xbox 360. Red Ring of Death. It did eventually come back to life, but for a couple years there, I was like, oh no, it's dead, it's gone. I couldn't believe it. But it did eventually come back, and then I got the Xbox One anyway, so I guess it really didn't matter. Anyway, let's get on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. This game was not officially announced to the public for a while. However, during a Q3 earnings call for Activision, it was announced to shareholders that the 8th installment of COD was expected towards the back half of 2011, close to about a year out. It wasn't until May 23rd, 2011 that it was announced publicly, having the first trailer aired during the NBA Western Conference Finals and posted to their YouTube channel. It was also the first game to add a feature for colorblind players. Modern Warfare 3 utilizes the MW3 engine, an updated version of the IW 4.0, unofficially dubbed the IW 5.0. Now let's get into the story of the game. MW3 picks up immediately where 2 leaves off. Soap and Price get evac by Nikolai. They get to a safe house but are attacked by Makarow's forces. Nikolai then calls his best guy Yuri. While that's happening, a Delta Force unit called Metal defends New York City, which is Metal. Basically, this entire game, you're trying to find Makarov. This story is amazing. I don't want to ruin it for new players. Check it out if you have a chance. Anyway, let's continue. NW3 features a new mode called Survival, sort of like Zombies from World at War, which we will get to. But instead of a fixed location, you and a friend can play on multiplayer maps. They also tweaked kill streak, making it not only kills as a way to unlock the streak, but using tasks like setting bombs or capturing a flag. Call of Duty Elite was an online service for Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 3. Beachhead Studios unveiled it at E3 2011. The public beta was released on Xbox 360 on July 14, 2011 for Black Ops, and invites that were sent out on PS3 on September 17, 2011. The official launch was November 8, 2011. As of March 31st, 2012, there were 10 million players, with 2 million of them being premium members, and Elite was officially shut down February 28, 2014, 11 years ago today. Moving on. The DLC for Modern Warfare 3 were set up into 4 collections with 2 to 3 packs each. They include maps and some stuff for Elite as well. The game was, for most consoles, released on November 8th worldwide. It was only released for the Wii in North America on the same day, whereas it was released on November 11th, 2011 in Europe and November 23rd, 2011 in Australasia. This is the part of Oceania with Australia, New Zealand, and some neighboring islands. It was also released on OS X on May 20th, 2014. The reception was a bit lower than I thought and what I rated it in my head at the time. Metacritic had rated the game under 90 out of 100 for all 4 releases. MW3 grossed $1 billion in 16 days, beating Avatar's record of grossing that much in 19 days. This was, of course, beat 2 years later when Rockstar released Grand Theft Auto 5 and grossed $1 billion in 3 days and has not been beaten yet, and honestly probably won't be until Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out in 2025. Okay, I didn't write my thoughts down for this, but I'll take you through my getting MW3. I wanted MW3, even though I did not have Modern Warfare 1, I did have Modern Warfare 2 from Xbox 360, and I wanted MW3 to complete those. That it's not a trilogy; it's a duo, I guess is what you would call it. And I was so happy when I finally got it. I love Call of Duty. It's one of my favorite series of all time. Modern Warfare 3 was so awesome. I played it with my brother. I played it with my friend, the only one I hung out with at the time. And I think I replayed it almost as much as I replayed Modern Warfare 2. It's a great game. I love it. I think I still have it somewhere. I might have sold it. I'm not sure, if I'm being completely honest here. But it's a great game. I don't want to spoil anything because it is honestly, if I got spoiled for this, I would be so upset. So please, even if you haven't played the other 2, definitely play Modern Warfare 3. You can get it, I'm sure, anywhere online if you really look for it. Go and get it. One of the best games I've ever played. I'm going to put the outro in here as well. So thank you everybody for watching. What are your memories about this series? Please Put that in the comments below. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you next time when we dive into the first half of the Black Ops series. Thank you.